Well, good morning. Here it is, 2024. Pretty sure this is my first rant of the year. And as the background will indicate, this is going to be a rant about money. You know, starting next month in California, the land of crazy, fast food workers are going to be required to be paid $20 an hour. And I've heard noise about that happening up here in Washington State too, so wouldn't surprise me none. I keep hearing the same stupidity over and over and over again. Oh, these big corporations can afford to pay it, da da da. Y'all, that's not how a franchise works. You go to a McDonald's, 90% of them, they ain't owned by McDonald's. They're owned by people right here in your community. One of your neighbors owns that McDonald's. They don't have deep pockets. They're not backed by the worldwide McDonald's. They actually pay McDonald's to be able to put their name up on the sign. They have to buy all their supplies from McDonald's. Yeah, they get to cash in on the popularity of McDonald's. But they pay for that privilege. They don't have deep corporate pockets like people seem to think they do. Or Pizza Hut. Most Pizza Huts are franchises. Pizza Hut, Subway, McDonald's, Burger King, all of them. They are not, for the most part, owned by the corporation that they're named after. They are owned by your neighbors. Those neighbors can't afford to take this huge hit that you're hitting them with and forcing them to pay $20 an hour to some snot-nosed high schooler that barely knows how to count to 3 because our educational system sucks. That's a rant for another day. Thank you. No one wants to pay $20 an hour to some dude flipping a hamburger. I can flip a hamburger on my own damn stove. I sure as heck don't want to drive 20 miles to buy a 15-cent hamburger for $20. Costs that much because they got to pay everybody behind that counter. Well, I can make the same hamburger at home. And it's not just fast food industry either. No, it affects everyone. People that vote for these idiot rules don't understand that. You're not hurting the corporations. You're hurting everyone in your community. Because not only does the cost of your food go up, which raises the cost of the living, but those low-skilled entry-level workers are being kicked to the curb. No one wants them when they're going to have to pay journeyman wages. No one wants an apprentice. Take the construction industry, for example. If you went in and told the construction industry that minimum wage is $20 an hour, the only people that will be building shit are people who've been doing it for years. Because they're the only ones the builder's going to hire. He ain't going to want somebody who barely knows which end of the hammer drives the nail for $20 an hour when he can have this guy who's been doing it for 30 years for $20 an hour. I have a good, secure job. I work for the government. Some of you might not like that, but I do. Hey, it's secured. It pays fairly well. I worked there for, shoot, 15 years before I hit $20 an hour. And I was very happy when I got it. And yes, I've worked for McDonald's, flipping burgers. That was my job. I was a grill cook for McDonald's. Back before they had the presses even. Know how much I made per hour? About $2.50. I don't remember exactly. That's been over 30 years ago. I did not consider it to be a living job. It was a job to get me by until I could find something better. Heck, I drew a full unemployment check while working as many hours at McDonald's as I could get because that's how little it paid. The only reason I was able to get that job, having come out of the military, was because I could work the hours that the high schoolers could not. Because there's limitations on when school-age children can work. And the ones I worked for, yeah, they owned 2 or 3 restaurants, but they weren't no huge corporation. And in fact, last time I checked, I'm pretty sure they have sold most of them. Because the minimum wage has gone up to a point where they couldn't do it no more. Now, they may have just wanted to retire too, because they've been doing it for a while, but they probably have family. You know, they could pass that business down to their family. But now, it would not surprise me if we don't start seeing fast food disappear because no one wants to pay that. The prices are going to go up. And the prices of McDonald's goes up, then the prices of the mom and pop store down the road is going to go up because they can. May not go up as much. Then the McDonald's closes because they can't afford to keep the lights on. Because any business that ain't making a profit ain't making business. Well, when the McDonald's closes, then they'll be like, oh, well, people working at this mom and pop, you know, they're not making that much money. They need to be making a living wage. You'll put the mom and pops out of business too. Guarantee it. Seattle instituted a higher minimum wage a few years back. Lost a whole bunch of old, well-established businesses. They just said, we're done. Closed their doors and left. Walked away. They're like, we can't afford to accept this big, huge hit to our economy. So they just closed their doors and walked. Or moved out of town where the prices were lower. Liberals don't understand. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It doesn't work that way. So people, quit listening to the morons. Use what's between your ears for something besides keeping your ears apart. And think about this. There ain't nothing for free. Heck, death and taxes ain't even free no more. There was, actually. If you want a living wage, you got to actually work for it. You know, the stupidity of this world is just insane. I can't even go to the doctor's office now without having to go through airport-like security because of all the stupidity that's going on in the world right now. That does not make me happy. Things like this are the reasons why I don't like to go to town. I don't like being around people because from what I've seen lately, 90% of the people out there are stupid. They're either stupid or they're sheeple. I call them sheeple because they're the huge crowd that just runs along, bah, money, money. I'm sorry. This whole thing gets me really riled up. Get out there and vote, people. Let's start getting the idiots that think we work for them out of the offices. Start getting people who actually work for us in the offices. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to vote. Hopefully, y'all got a brain between your ears. Can go research the politicians yourselves. See which ones most follow your values. And vote for that person. Don't vote for who the mainstream media or this group or that group tells you to vote for without researching and seeing if they really stand for what you want. But get out there and vote. If you don't vote, shut your flap, because you ain't got a reason in the world to complain. Voting is your admission ticket to voice your complaints. And all them people coming up from the South, stay home. We ain't got room for you no more. You know, I got nothing against hardworking people who come up here want to actually work. Because, hey, they won't work. Okay, I get that. As long as we have jobs for them, and they're willing to do the right thing, come in the right way, hey, welcome. Here's your job. But don't just run up here, think you can hop the fence, and then go get a job, get welfare, or especially don't come up here thinking you're going to get welfare. Because guess what? We broke. Trillions of dollars in debt. We can't afford to be giving away money to people who ain't even citizens when our own people are living on the damn streets. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. I stop. I'm done. I'll get this edited and posted up as quick as I can, but yeah, the whole situation just makes me mad. So if I didn't scare y'all off, like and subscribe. Watch some of my other videos. Till next time, Grumpy Old Redneck saying, y'all be safe.